everyone, so today I'm just going to show you a little bit of my display of how I set up my candle station. It's just something small right now, but this is just how I set it up. And then I have all of my wax candle fragrances right here. So this fragrance is cranberry prosecco from Candle Science. This one is oatmeal, milk, and honey fragrance oil from Flaming Candle. So I order from those two majority of the time. This one is sparkling Negroni Candle Science. Black Sea, which I think this is a good smell for men. It's like a good masculine smell. Black Sea, that one's from Candle Science as well. Dry Gin and Cypress, Candle Science. This one is from the Flaming Candle Fire Roasted Marshmallow fragrance. This is Fierce from the Flaming Candle fragrance. This one is from Candle Science, Sea Salt and Orchid. This one is Birthday Cake Fragrance Oil. So if you ever wanted me to make a birthday candle for you, I got you. This one is so good. It literally smells just like it says. So that one's good. Maple walnut pancakes, and I did make this in my beginning stages when I first started making candles. This one's amazing as well. Honeydew melon, Candle Science. And pumpkin chai, so good. So all of these are really good candles that I love to use. And if you ever have any, requested ones you want me to do, I can always do those as well. But those are just like one of my favorite. I'm more of a sweet girl. But yeah, if you have any personalized fragrances that you like, I can definitely do those for you all. But for right now, I'm going to start heating up the wax in there, so I'm going to show you guys that right now. Also, another thing that I do is wax melts in the plastic wax melts. So if you guys ever wanted some wax melts here, I can do that as well for you guys. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do, I got my heat gun right here. I have this candle jar where I made the label way too big. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this off first, and then I'm gonna add the wax in there. And if you guys don't know what that means, it just means that because it's already been on here before, so it leaves behind like the residue of the sticker. So whenever I heat it up with the heat gun, it just makes it come off so much easier than before. And then I just go ahead and wipe it with a rag. So all of this right now that's left over, the heat gun is going to do the work to take this off more easier for me. Y'all, I am so thankful and grateful for my husband. He just stopped by and gave me a meatball sandwich, sub sandwich, and potatoes. I am so grateful and thankful. This looks so good. Thank you, babe. I appreciate it. All right, so I switched towels. So now I have a microfiber towel, which is good. And it is all good and cleaned. Awesome. So I got 3 orders for the Fruit Loop candle from this very kind person, and I appreciate it so much. So if you're watching this, I am making your order right now. But yes, so I'm gonna go ahead and heat this up here, and then we're gonna start on the candles. Alrighty, so I have everything I need to get started. This is just like, once I'm done with everything, I ship it out, and these are just like the little goodies that you guys can get. So I got my jars, I got my sticks, I got my spoon, my wick, my thermometer, and everything I need. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. Alrighty, everyone. So I have gotten my 5-pound bag of wax right here. And we're gonna go ahead and pour everything in. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and open it with some scissors. I'm not gonna open it too much, but just enough. And these are the beads. So we're gonna pour it in. This is what it looks like. Very nice. Put it in there. Whole thing should fit in there. So we'll see. Some at the bottom. Next thing I'm going to do is clean this. It definitely needs to be re-cleaned, as you can see. The flakes are falling, and yeah, it just needs to be cleaned out and redone over with. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. So it is all cleaned out. Well, it is all melted out, and melted down. So now I'm just going to wipe it out. All right, so I got that cleaned. So it looks so much better now. Yes, so it's perfectly cleaned. Love that. And now we're going to go ahead and clean up for the wax pot. That's going to be next. I'm just going to clean around the area here. Go ahead and clean my station. And my wax pot is next on what needs to be cleaned. So this is going to be next. So for the wax in here, it's just going to melt down on its own, which is great. And again, we're going to go ahead and just clean up any residue on the pot here. So I'm going to go ahead and just clean the base of it first. It does look a little bad. The bottom here. So that looks so much better. Now that we can see everything we can see properly. Same with the lid. I'm going to wash that off. Clean everything here. We just want to get it prepped so that way, it's ready to go and ready to be used. Because it has been a long time since I have used this. It's been like a year or so. So I'm so thankful for this, like I said, kind person who decided to purchase the candles. So this I am doing made to order. Oops, wrong side. So I'm doing it made to order. So we're going to turn this volume up. Okay, this melted down super quick, so I'm very, very happy about that. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. Yep, smoking already. So that was very, very fast. So I'm going to dump this old wax out, and then I'm going to start with the new wax. So this is my setup that I am working with. I got just boxes down there. I got the heat gun, and then I got the melting wax pot, and then I got the beads right there. And I'm going to go ahead and use, instead of this rag, I'm going to use a microfiber rag. I switch between the two. And my last jar. Okay, so now all of the jars are clean and emptied, and they look so wonderful. And so now I'm going to get started with making the candles. Alrighty, so as you guys heard, all of these jars are cleared, and the kind supporter did order 3 of my candles. So yes, I am gonna start all of them fresh and new and have a new batch for her. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my wax and heat it up. So looking at the instructions on this bag, it does say to heat up to 160. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So I got my thermometer right here. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start putting some wax in the pot, which I have right here. Huge amount. That way it can start heating up. Look at these wax beads, they're so pretty. But we're gonna go ahead and put them in the pot. And right now there's no desired amount with how much, just as long as I put them in, and it'll start heating up properly. Just as long as I can fill all of these jars up is really what I'm trying to get at. So we got a scoop full. Really it's just how much I want, how much my heart desires. And this right now is just like a temporary station of how I'm doing things, so it may be a little bit low. Like my setup is a little bit low because I don't have my full stand, but yes, so hopefully this is enough. And this is a 5-pound box, so I know it's not going to last long, but it should last a pretty good amount of time. But here it is right now, just heating up. So right now it is heating up, doing what it needs to do. And so I'm gonna go ahead and start checking the temperature. So right now it's at 146. I think I'm gonna stir it a little bit first. Get it stirred around a bit. Break up the beads in there. So we're gonna go ahead and let that sit and do its thing. I am super excited, and I appreciate that kind supporter for ordering. Alright, so while we are waiting on the wax to heat up, we're gonna quickly go ahead and put our wicks inside the jars. Take this part off. Alright, so we're just gonna put it right on there like so. That way it sticks. Okay. Now I always have trouble figuring out exactly where I want to put them because they burn differently depending on which way you have them. So I either can do it like this where it's up top, or I can do side to side. So I'm thinking I should do up top instead of side to side. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put it right here, right there. And then we're gonna get another one and then do the same thing to all of them. Okay, so these are all finished, and I know they may look all every which way, but it's just with these little metal holders, they don't actually hold, and I don't know why, but it just doesn't hold it. So this is what I have for now. Again, I'm gonna go ahead and check to see if the wax is ready to be poured into these containers. Alright, so I got my embeds, Fruit Loop embeds. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna put some of them, before I even put the wax in, I'm gonna put some of them in the jars. That way it gives like a colorful and cereal looking, you know, so that way it just looks like cereal in the inside.
Mommy, 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 mommy.
Yes. I'm gonna do that for all of them. Some cereal there.
Mommy.
Done. Make sure it gets all in there. Alright, and then a little bit left to put more on the top. So this is how it looks here. Alright, so it is at 170 or 169. It's going down little by little. We got to get to 160. And then we're going to start pouring. So while that's getting down to temperature, I'm going to use this fragrance, Fruit Loop fragrance from the Flaming Candle, also with this. And we're going to go ahead and put the drops in there. Alright, so I'm going to skip doing the drops, and I'm just going to pour it in there actually. Like that'll be a lot faster. I'm going to be able to give it a good scent throw. I'm going to stir it up a bit. Very slowly, nice and good. Okay. And then we're gonna start to pour. Turn the nozzle, and then it's gonna start filling up. Alright, so for some reason it did not want to record where I poured it in, but this is pouring it in there. That is how that looks.